I'm Gavin, and you're watching Back to Bush Outdoors. So this is number 2 of the diesel heater build. This one goes pretty well. This is just a 12-volt plug, so I can run it off my truck or my battery pack. Unlike the first one, soldering went pretty quick on this, and worked out great. So just trying to figure out the exhaust here at this point. This goes very well. There's a little bit of goofing around with getting the correct bends and getting everything hooked up, but yeah, it went considerably easier. Upgraded the bracket to a much heavier duty bracket, and once that was mounted, it really helped. A little bit of exhaust tape going on, just because I wasn't too sure if any of the gas lines or electrical might come in contact when the case was closed. But you'll see later on that I managed to keep all the electrical and all of the gas lines away from that entire side, so it was just an extra layer of safety that I wanted to ensure. I did put some reflective heat tape across the bottom and across the back where the muffler is, because I wasn't too sure how hot that's going to get. So this is going to be cold air intake for the heater itself and for the combustion intake. So I put it on both sides, far away from the exhaust. I don't want any exhaust fumes coming back through. A little bit of a chore getting the pipe bent for the cold air intake. A little bit of MacGyvery, but with a little bit of Gorilla Tape, everything worked out great. Running the fuel line went really simple, and make sure that you leave yourself a little tiny bit of extra room on the inside to ensure the fact that when you open and close it, that it's not pulling against the pump. But this goes great too. Just leashing everything to the corner. Those little square sticky things that you run zip ties through. Those things worked awesome. Kept everything held in the exact spot they want to be. You'll notice here in a second that I forgot the fuel filter. But anyway, so this is the business side of the heater. I used 2 components, 2 of the directional venting components that were supplied with the heater, and just basically modified those to actually work as a pass-through. Now the outside piece of this I'm going to change probably to a magnetic one, so it actually clips on, and it'll allow me to basically use the wheels with this thing. You'll notice when it's done, I won't be able to set it up on that side for transportation, so I'm going to have to modify that at some point, and I'm sure in a later iteration you'll see that change. So this is how it's going to work. Just mocking it up. Put a little tiny bit of reflective heat tape on the inside of the number 1 pass-through. There is about 1/4 inch space between the actual housing body of the heater and that ABS plastic component there. But I thought it wise just to put some of that heat reflecting tape in there, and so you'll see that this makes it impossible for me to set it up on that side. Anyway, remember the fuel filter. This is what I'm doing, and this is coming to an end. I get the pump mounted up, and then it's going to be ready to rock and roll. So thanks for watching Back to Bush Outdoors, guys, and watch for my next video of me testing this thing out.